Eight's the place. KTUL TV, Tulsa. From Northeast Oklahoma's news leader, this is News 8 at 10.
AIDS is not someone else's disease anymore. Increasingly, it attacks women, the focus of World AIDS Day today. And Saddam Hussein agrees to talk, but wants to put Israel and the occupied territories on the table. Good evening. I'm Cindy Bear. Yvonne Harris has the evening off. Huge protests today in Iraq over the UN resolution authorizing the use of force. Tens of thousands of Iraqis were sent by their government into the streets of Baghdad, some chanting death to Bush. Iraq today agreed to a meeting between U.S. Secretary of State James Baker and Saddam, but in the same breath linked the UN resolution to an Israeli withdrawal from all occupied Arab lands. Bush has ruled out any concessions. The UN resolution authorizes the use of force against Iraq if it does not leave Kuwait by January 15th. A Broken Arrow woman is anxiously awaiting the return of her husband from Baghdad. Joe Martin says her husband Harold is one of 15 American hostages to be freed by Iraq. Martin says the hostages were scheduled to fly out of Amman, Jordan today, but the exit visas were not in order. American boxing great Muhammad Ali reportedly negotiated the release of these hostages, and he is bargaining the Iraqi government to let more go. Well, troubles in Europe's New Germany. An arrest warrant has been issued for ousted East German leader Erich Honecker. Honecker is accused of personally giving shoot-to-kill orders at the Berlin Wall. The official charge is manslaughter. The 78-year-old is now in ill health and confined to a Soviet military hospital outside Berlin. An accused rapist who escaped again from the Okmulgee County Jail is back behind bars tonight. Keith Allen Jennings escaped yesterday after throwing bleach in a jailer's face and crawling through a fourth-store window. The Okmulgee County Sheriff's Office says he was picked up about 11 o'clock this morning. Jennings had apparently walked into a funeral home to use a phone when he was apprehended. This is the second time Jennings has escaped this month. A Tulsa man is in the hospital tonight with a broken leg after being hit by a police car. 32-year-old Jerry Usry was walking across the street at 800 North Sheridan last night when a cop car swerved to avoid the pedestrian and hit Usry. The police department spokesman says the officer driving the patrol car was going about 35 miles per hour when Usry was hit. Police say there will be an investigation into the incident. Usry was ticketed for jaywalking. An arson fire injures 2 firefighters overnight. Neither was seriously hurt. The fire happened about 3 this morning. Officials say it did about $50,000 in damage to the apartment building. There are reports that some residents were warned that there would be a fire before it happened, and the fire department went on a false call to the same location about 1:30. A few abortion protesters found themselves behind bars early this morning. 14 pro-life supporters were arrested by Tulsa police after rallying outside an East Tulsa abortion clinic. Protesters were there listening to the national president of the Pro-Life Action League, Joe Scheidler. Police say the folks charged with trespassing and released on $104 bond. Well, if you haven't noticed yet, you're paying more at the pump. Gas prices shot up 5 cents a gallon at midnight nationwide. It's a new federal gasoline tax. The increase pushes average cost up to nearly $1.30 per gallon of regular unleaded. Folks around here aren't that happy about the government choosing to balance the budget.
It's outrageous, you know. Man can hardly afford it anymore. I'd rather ride a bike, actually.
I think the federal government can get their money some other way. For foreign domestic, they could cut down on that. They give a lot away that they don't have to give away.
Gasoline retailers are also having to pay an extra nickel per gallon on the gas they sell today, and in most cases on all but the first 4,000 gallons of gas they have in storage. The doors to a Tulsa strip bar will stay open. Lady Godiva's at 21st and Sheridan will stay in business despite efforts by the city council and residents to shut it down. A district judge ruled a residential neighborhood located behind the bar is far enough back that the bar can stay open. The owner says he is pleased with the decision. As the federal government tightens its purse strings, the purse strings of some Indian tribes are getting fatter. News 8's Yvonne Harris has the story of how tribes are diversifying and making their money stretch.
You can choose from a variety of video or...
Bingo is becoming more and more important as Indian tribes count on the high-stakes game to turn profits and stay competitive. The game is big business, providing a steady cash flow into some tribes' operating budgets.
It's very much a part of our tribal income, or at least the budget that we use for operations, for social services, educational, scholarships, incentives, and so forth.
Bingo is considered a Class II form of gaming and is right in the middle in terms of Indian gaming operations.
But bingo isn't the only game tribes are moving into. Some are moving into other, more profitable forms of gaming.
They're going into lottery, card games, and my tribe is talking about, and that's the Comanche tribe, is talking about horse racing. And right along with that, simulcast broadcasting, and that's pari-mutuel type betting, off-track betting.
Earlier this week, the National Indian Gaming Association held a meeting in Tulsa. Because the gaming industry is growing, so is concern over new regulations which ensure the games are legal. Yvonne Harris, News 8.
Cheers erupted on both sides of the English Channel today when British and French workers finally met in the Channel Tunnel. The breakthrough came in a 6-foot-tall service tunnel that will be used to maintain 2 rail tunnels still being bored. 2 workers embraced and exchanged national flags. It comes 3 years to the day after the tunneling began. Well, coming up, a look at World AIDS Day. Its focus, AIDS and women. Women with the virus, women who provide care, educators, and mothers. And a preview of what the stars are doing to entertain and educate.
Why should I take the time to try to participate?
Need a new sofa? Make it easier on yourself. Go where the selection is the biggest. The new Evans Home Furnishings Mall. For example, this Contemporary is our best-selling sofa. It's only $2.99. And this big Allen White Contemporary gives you plenty of room to relax, just $4.99. Here's a stately traditional sofa by Bernhardt with an 8-way hand-tied spring construction. It's only $6.99. Plus, get this cellular phone free with any purchase over $1,000 during the grand opening of the new Evans Home Furnishings Mall, 36th and South Sheridan.
Evans has it all.
Trucks, Ford trucks, Tulsa's #1 trucks. Now is the time to buy. Truck clearance, huge selection, all new Explorer. F-Series #1 pickup in the world. Ranger, Tulsa's top compact. Your Ford dealers have extra trucks. Almost 2,000 Ford trucks available now. Cash back for your down payment or low financing for your monthly payments. And we're dealing. Hurry for best selection.
Ford trucks, the best never rest at your Tulsa Metro Ford dealers.
Bringing you the latest news from around the state and around the world is only the beginning of anchoring in News 8. There's being in touch with the community, finding out what's important to you, figuring out how the news affects your life, what you need to know, and how we can help. We see the faces behind the headlines. We know the lives behind the statistics. We never forget people or what news is all about. At News 8, we don't just tell stories, we touch lives.
We showed you the Madonna money machine, told you why Wayans was way ahead, gave you the inside on an ousted Greek and the raving humor of a comedy cyclone. We've served up athletes at the top of their form and profiled others past their prime, from policymakers to big money takers, from ex-Beatle lovers to what's under the covers. Now, get closer than you've ever been to personalities.
8's the place for personalities, weekdays at 4.
AIDS among women will increase dramatically over the next 10 years, and 3/4 of HIV infections will result from heterosexual contact, according to the World Health Organization. Today is World AIDS Day. This year, its focus is women and AIDS. Barrett Van Landingham spoke with one woman battling the virus.
This woman was diagnosed with AIDS 4 years ago, and she's had to keep it a secret because she says most people, including her neighbors, just don't understand enough about AIDS.
If you were to be found out, then they wouldn't, ever bring their baby over to you or include you on any kind of neighborhood plans or just little things, that makes the world go round, that makes your life a life.
The Names Project, now on display at the Tulsa Convention Center, primarily lists men who have died from AIDS, but the names of women can also be seen on the quilts, which remember AIDS victims. It's a grim reminder that AIDS can strike males or females of all ages. It's transmitted primarily through sexual contact, or by intravenous drug use with contaminated needles.
The State Department of Health estimates there are 200 women in Oklahoma now infected with the AIDS virus, 25 in Tulsa.
An AIDS support group in Tulsa for women lost 4 of its members to the deadly AIDS virus just over the summer, 9 in the last year and a half. Some counselors say it's just too devastating to keep such pain hidden.
That's probably psychologically the most damaging aspect, I think, of AIDS, is the fact that these people must keep the secret. They cannot share with other people that they are ill, and that includes family members.
Janet Guerin says the Names Project helps to break down some of those barriers so people will start talking and supporting people like this woman, now afraid to say anything. Barrett Van Landingham, News 8.
Tulsa also marked World AIDS Day with a candlelight march this evening. The Interfaith AIDS Ministry sponsored the walk from the convention center after the quilt display closed. Those gathered on the steps walked to the First Christian Church for memorial service. World AIDS Day is the only international day of coordinated action against the disease. For many, it was a day without art. In honor of those who have fallen to the AIDS virus, the Metropolitan Museum removed paintings. Broadway dimmed its lights. So did the Golden Gate Bridge. The stars will come out tonight in Red Hot and Blue, a mix of music, video, and information about the AIDS epidemic. The music of Cole Porter serves as the thread which links a variety of performers in the ABC special. Lynn Blades reports.
Red Hot and Blue is a 90-minute special featuring music videos created by a wide range of artists who recorded classic Cole Porter tunes.
We thought he did this amazing body of work, and that the lyrics of Cole Porter resonated amazingly in the context of the AIDS crisis. Songs like Every Time We Say Goodbye, I've Got You Under My Skin. The more we thought of it, the more they meant something new and different now that made them particularly appropriate.
U2, Talking Heads lead singer David Byrne, and Jody Watley are among the stars who used the combination of video and Porter tunes to help raise awareness about AIDS.
To participate in something for AIDS, which is something that affects everybody, teenagers, women, blacks, minorities, everyone, it affects the world. And also, as an artist, to participate in a project that I could do a style different than I'm known for.
It seemed to be like a perfect combination of doing these songs as a way of kind of enlightening people and opening people's minds to the AIDS crisis.
For all these stars, the show was a chance to combine good music with an important message about AIDS. They hope to entertain and enlighten. I'm Lynn Blades reporting.
Proceeds from the Red Hot and Blue album will benefit AIDS charities. Red Hot and Blue airs tonight, a little later on, 1:30 here on Channel 8. Up next, Michelle's chilly forecast. And it isn't a ghost town. It just isn't a town anymore.
This year, 4 Dodge vehicles have been recognized in the Motor Trend magazine Top 10 issue. And your Dodge dealer is celebrating. With the Award Reward Celebration, we're rewarding you with savings on popular Dodge models. Like mid-size Dakotas with up to 3,400 total savings. Or up to 3,200 total savings on full-size pickups. Big savings on diesels, too.
Advantage Dodge. See your local dealer.
Service to Oklahomans is a tradition at Oklahoma Natural Gas Company. That's why we're proud to sponsor closed captioning on Channel 8, which allows hearing-impaired viewers to read captions as you're seeing now during all newscasts. Local news and weather, particularly in times of emergency, should be heard by everyone. Oklahoma Natural Gas congratulates Channel 8 for this innovative service that keeps local TV news in touch with hearing-impaired citizens of northeastern Oklahoma. Like the saying goes, it's the Oklahoma thing to do.
See
you do takes years of practice.
Just what is mystery meat? That's my focus today. Cooties. Just what are they and why do girls have them? My focus today, gym shorts. How long can you go without washing them?
Geraldo, still at the head of the class when it comes to getting the whole story, no matter how the story turns out.
Tomorrow in homeroom, the mystery of the principal's vault.
8's the place for Geraldo. Weekdays at 9.
Well, the little town of Naarden auctioned off all of its possessions today and raised almost $3,300. The town voted last June to unincorporate. It takes effect Tuesday. On the auction block, City Hall, a tractor, and a small park. The park was bought by a citizens group. When it's all over, the mayor said he doesn't anticipate too much news coming out of Naarden here for a while. Well, Michelle joins us now with weather.
It's sort of a different sort of story to sell a town off.
It's interesting. Yeah, it doesn't happen very
much. No, and our weather's shaping up on the interesting side. Some changes in the forecast for the next couple of days. Today's cold front didn't quite make it through the entire state. We'll talk about why and what that means for our weather in the coming days in just a bit. But first, a look outside at current conditions. Right now, we have temperatures all across the area falling into the 50s. 53 degrees now on the east side of town. The dew point at 39, and the temperature here at Channel 8 Studios now at 54. Relative humidity at the airport at 59%. Northeast winds now behind that front at 8. Pressure's holding steady. Today's high 59 degrees and this morning's low 47 degrees. Afternoon high temperatures across the area today were on the seasonal side. 50s for the most part, but a few warmer 60s to our southeast. 62 degrees this afternoon was the warm spot from Fort Smith, and 60 degrees from Muskogee and also from McAllister. Right now we're seeing temperatures in the 40s in some locations off to our west and to our north. 41 cool degrees now from Wichita, Kansas, 43 degrees now from Chanute, and 42 degrees from Oklahoma City. Now here's a look at the cloud cover in review. The front is pretty obvious, this band of clouds stretching across the midsections of the country. Now you can see that the cloud cover is now confined to the southeastern corner of Oklahoma, and that's just about where that front has stalled. Front is now losing some of its punch in response to another system coming on board into the western sections of the U.S., and this system has a little more upper level support to it. So it looks like the system that's over us now is going to begin to die out a little bit. That means chances of rain this evening through tomorrow afternoon will be on the increase for the extreme southeastern corner of Oklahoma. Also for western sections of Arkansas, looks like we really won't have much of a chance in the way of rain until Monday or late Sunday at that, until that front gets a little bit closer to us. It looks like the main strength of the storm system, however, will be well to our north, and that's where most of the precipitation will fall. However, the system could just barely clip the northern section of Oklahoma, and with enough cold air, there's a slight chance of some flurries early in the morning on Monday. Forecast highs for tomorrow fall for mainly 50s across most of our area, but the northern sections of our area will be seeing temperatures in the upper 40s for afternoon highs. And on Monday, the front moving on through, ending our chances of rain, but once again, a chance of light rain late Sunday, possibly for a short time, changing over to snow flurries early in the day on Monday. And then when that system finally pulls out to the east, looks like we'll be seeing sunny skies by late in the day on Monday. The forecast tonight for Tulsa does call for partly cloudy skies and a colder night tonight. The overnight low around 37 degrees with north winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow afternoon, partly sunny skies and cool. The afternoon high around 55 degrees with northeast to northerly winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, cloudy and blustery. Those north winds really making a big effect on the weather. The overnight low around 34 degrees, gusty at 10 to 20. The 5-day outlook showing pretty nice weather for tomorrow. Then the big changes taking place for the first of the week. Much cooler weather expected on Monday and Tuesday, but it will be short-lived. Things once again warming up for Wednesday and Thursday.
Well, I noticed the clouds tonight. It's keeping it a little warmer down here.
Yes, it is, and it's really not too bad. We won't see a big change until late Sunday night, Monday.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Well, we can all make a difference this holiday season by reaching out to those who are less fortunate. Carol Lambert tells us one way to make our giving count.
While you're out picking out gifts for your family and friends, take a moment out to help an angel off the Salvation Army Angel Tree. Your thoughtfulness will make a merrier Christmas for someone like Sherry. Sherry is an energetic 8-year-old. Her father is disabled, and she's been in treatment at Children's Medical Center. Sherry loves the sound of the new kids on the block. Her special wish for Christmas is to receive a memento of her pop idols. To help make Sherry's dream come true, all you have to do is pick her angel off the Salvation Army Angel Tree. It's located in the center court of Woodland Hills Mall. When you've finished your shopping, all you have to do is bring back your new wrapped gifts to the tree. It's that easy. For the Salvation Army Angel Tree, I'm Carol Lambert, News 8.
Well, coming up in sports, Oologah and Cassia Hall head for the finals, and it's down to the wire for TU and OSU in Stillwater. Bob Healy is on the line next with sports.
The heat pump is like an air conditioner. It cools your home in the summertime, but unlike the air conditioner, it can reverse its refrigerant cycle in the wintertime and actually warm your home too.
Heat pumps are like cars and computers. They've come a long ways. They're more efficient and economical.
When we sell a heat pump to one of our customers, we know that our customer will be very satisfied.
For more on heat pumps,
call the Smiling Boys at OG&E. A holiday for young and old. Holly, ribbon, glass and gold. Long John Silver's, make it a splash.
Make it a home-style holiday with Long John Silver seafood and holiday crystal stemware. Just 99 cents each with any meal. Long John Silver's.
Make it a splash.
Monday through Wednesday, try our 3-piece home-style fish and fry special for just $1.99.
The time to own the 4-door sports car, the car that's outselling all the other imports in its class, is now. Because right now, the luxurious comfort, the sophisticated control, and the sheer power of this vehicle are as close as your nearest Nissan dealer, where a special allocation of Maximas is now in stock. But hurry, because at these year-end prices, they could move even faster out of the showroom than they do out on the road.
Star Search. Star Search competition. Star Search champion. They're all winning millions. Star Search 91.
8's the place for Star Search. Saturday at 10:30.
Bob Healy joins us now, and it's been a busy day for you.
Oh, man.
Scurrying in here, you've got a lot of scores tonight.
Everything is going on tonight. Big night in sports. We'll start with football. BYU quarterback Ty Detmer took home the Heisman hardware today in New York. The Rocket, Notre Dame's Raheem Ismail, finishing a close second in the voting. Detmer aired it out today. There you see him celebrate after the announcement. He's got a shot at breaking 5,000 yards. He's got 4,800 yards. The Cougars close the season, the regular season, tonight in Hawaii. Detmer's the first quarterback ever from BYU to win the award.
Well, I just think we put up the numbers every week, and we were consistent. You know, we're number 4 in the nation. You know, we've just had a great year, and it's just everything's kind of falling in place for us.
And here's the Heisman voting. Ismail a close second. Bieniemy, Moore, and Klingler coming in a distant third in the voting. We'll have more football in just a moment, plus the high school playoffs. But first, college hoops. TU and Oklahoma State down to the wire. This one in Stillwater. Let's go to Stillwater for the story. Yes, it was loud at Gallagher-Iba Arena. First half, TU came out smoking. Michael Scott drives the lane for 2. Tulsa built an 8-point lead before Byron Houston and company finally could make a move. Houston, that tied it 37-all at the half. In the second half, yes, it goes down to the wire. Eddie Sutton's crew had all they could ask for. Alan Thompson stops and pops the 10-footer. The Pokes go on a 12-2 run, though. Sutton finds Byron Houston to Potter for the bucket. Reggie Shields had a great ball game for TU. Had the hot hand, but TU just couldn't come up with it. Shields had 28, 75-73. The final. OSU walks away a winner.
Big win for us, and it's a disappointing loss, I know, for JD and his ball club, but believe me, they're going to have a great season if they keep everybody healthy. I like their ball club. Their team reminds me a lot of those Arkansas teams I had.
I expect us to win this basketball game. Playing well and losing, I don't think that's any consolation. I'm proud of how they play. Those kids expected to win. They didn't expect to come in here and get beat.
JD not happy with a close loss. Now, this was the final cupcake of the season for OU. The Sooners home against Angelo State, a Division II team OU beat by 68 a year ago. Let's go to Norman for this one. Yes, the Sooners are top dog tonight. Kermit Holmes with the turnaround jumper. Pretty shot goes. And Holmes after the miss. On the other end with the rebound, off to Jeff Webster. Webster with a little three-footer inside. All OU tonight. Roland Ware had a good game as well. Ware puts it up and in for the layup. Listen to this, 162-99 Oklahoma in a waltz. Now closer to home, third-ranked ORU, home against Texas Wesleyan. No contest here either. Unwin underneath off the deflected pass. It was 45-19. Ouch. Second half, 3-on-1. Foston behind the back to Coleman. 110-69. ORU a winner. Now here's the top 25 on a roll for you. And Missouri a winner. Okay, the Breakers on the road tonight in Okie City against the Cavalry. The final there, 109-108, Okie City. The Breakers picking up just 2 points. Now the Dodgers, Kirk Gibson, is changing uniforms. The Kansas City Royals have signed the free agent outfielder to a 2-year contract. No contract terms. We don't know how much money the guy's going to be making. Big bucks, probably. Georgia Tech is still the only unbeaten football team in major college action. The Yellow Jackets headed to the Citrus Bowl against Nebraska. First, Tech taking on cross-state rival Georgia. Jones with the fake, goes deep, he's got his man, that's Rodriguez for the touch. Georgia Tech on top. Jones put on a show today in the air, fake again, this time he finds James McKendry. Georgia Tech with 10 wins, Bobby Ross's team unbeaten, 10-0-1. How about that? Another cross-state clash. 5th ranked Texas headed for the Cotton Bowl, got a scare from A&M. Darren Lewis, 3 touchdowns on the day, put A&M on top here, but Texas came back. Longhorns quarterback Pete Gardier does it himself. The fake, and he is going to be gone 50 yards. But again, another one that went down to the wire. Gardier scores, but it came down to a 2-point conversion. A&M going for it here. Texas stops them, and they walk away with the win. Texas 28-27. Major college football, 3rd-ranked Miami got us there. There, Florida State over Florida 38-16. And it was Tennessee, a winner over Vanderbilt in college football, and Alabama over 7th-ranked Auburn 16-7. Okay, coming up next, what you've been waiting for, all the high school football playoff action, including Cassia Hall's big win over Wynnewood, the Commandos in the finals. We'll be back.
Come to Woodcraft Furniture for quality gift ideas. Choose from Tulsa's largest selection of curio cabinets, like this Riverside side entry curio, now only $199. Or solid wood rockers, featuring this dark oak Boston rocker, just $99. Magnificent desks for home or office, like this handsome Riverside roll top, incredibly $229. No monthly payments and no interest for 6 months from Woodcraft Furniture.
Like your friends and neighbors, the people at News 8 are concerned about the place we call home. We care about its problems and its progress. That's why we pitch in, supporting Up With Trees and the city, lending a helping hand to protect the environment and beautify the city. It's a community that's moving ahead, making good things happen. We were with you through the tough times, and we'll be by your side as Northeast Oklahoma thrives. At News 8, we don't just tell stories, we touch lives. Getting up in the morning's getting a whole lot easier. Good Morning Oklahoma. Weekday mornings at 6 on Channel 8.
All right, welcome back. Now, high school time. Just one more win left, one more game left for the winners tonight in high school football. Class 3A, the Oologah Mustangs squeaking by Seminole. Let's go to Norman for the highlights of this one. Down 17-14. Tad Jones steps back, hits Sean Mullen, 35-yard pickup. And then 3 plays later, it is Benny Bolin slicing his way in from the 1-yard line to put the Mustangs up 21-17. And then it was defense rising to the occasion. Watch Chad Pennican. He stops the Chieftains' ground game 21-17. Oolaga, a winner. Check the scoreboard then tonight. And it was O.C. Millwood over Locust Grove. The final there, 34-7 in playoff action. Now in the 2A semifinals, Cassia Hall and Winningwood at Shawnee. Cassia up 7-0. The Savages cap the 10-play drive. T.H. Griffin cuts his way in from the 10. That tied the ball game. Cassia Hall came back. David Darby takes the pitch, scrambles 20 yards, and he is hit out of bounds and hit late out of bounds. Then 2 plays later, it's Kenny Gunn, shoots his way in from the 3, and that's put Cassia back on top. They win it 31-28, the final. On the scoreboard then again tonight. In the McLean game, it was Ardmore, a runaway winner. Ardmore, the top running back in the state, and Raphael Dennison. Here's why. He gets free down the sidelines. Ardmore, a 36-13 winner over McLean in high school football playoff action. And it was Lawton MacArthur over Salisaw, 45-6. The Class A semifinals, it was O'Keene over Maude, and a final Crescent. We don't have in 39, Ringling 6. Now, there's a look, my friends, at everything you could possibly want to know about sports today in this city. Wow.
That's what you have to say, yeah.
Ty Detmer, once again, the Heisman Trophy winner this year for BYU.
Congratulations for them.
All right.
Thank you very much, Bob. Well, still to come, the holiday spirit marches on in northeastern Oklahoma. Stay with us.
Phillips Petroleum Company has been around just about as long as Oklahoma has. During that time, we've looked for ways to make people's lives better here in Oklahoma. That's why Phillips is helping Channel 8 closed caption its news. Deaf or hearing impaired people can receive captions like the ones you're seeing now during all Channel 8 newscasts. Now, especially in times of severe weather, everyone in northeastern Oklahoma can hear and see the news. At Phillips, keeping everyone in touch is another way of giving something back to Oklahoma.
Payday. Do 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 do
Jeopardy. Any questions? 8's the place for Jeopardy. Weekdays at 4:30.
News 8 closed captioning, made possible in part by Tulsa Regional Medical Center.
Well, all over northeastern Oklahoma, the communities were out showing their holiday spirit in a series of parades. Let's go on a parade-orama here. This morning, Broken Arrow bands came out in force. We counted at least 3. They joined floats and funny cars, and our own Michelle Robertson ushering in the holiday season. And over in Cleveland, the streets were full of smiles. Folks there say the turnout wasn't quite as large as last year, but they didn't seem to matter. There were 8 floats and what Charles Ely described as tons of Tulsa Shriners in their go-karts. Certainly sorry we missed it. Well, that wraps us up. Join us tomorrow for the latest in news. Until then, enjoy your weekend. Good night.